The case continues to shadow Parliament. Joining us now is the man of the moment, the newsmaker, Subramaniam Swamy, who's taken the Gandhi family to the courts in the National Herald case. Dr. Swamy, I'm going to come to the specific charges that today are being made against you. Number one, Rahul Gandhi is saying that this entire matter is political vendetta, 100% orchestrated through the Prime Minister's office. Your response, have you been speaking at any stage while this case has gone on to the Prime Minister or the Prime Minister's office?
I've never spoken to the Prime Minister or the Prime Minister's office on this matter.
You have never briefed the Prime Minister on the National Herald case?
No.
Have you briefed senior BJP leaders on the National Herald case?
They know less about the law than I do. What can they do?
Are you saying that you are operating here purely almost as a lone wolf?
There's not going to be a lone wolf. I know the law. I've fought the 2G case. I wasn't even a member of the BJP at that time. So where is the question? The law is meant for people who know the law.
So in this case, absolutely no interaction between you and the party leadership of the BJP or anyone in the government.
That's what I said.
You have not consulted any one of them. You have not briefed any one of them. You have not shared information with any one of them.
Yeah, most of them are my juniors. I can't brief them.
No, Dr. Swamy, because linked to this, the Congress party is also saying that the judge concerned in the case was changed a few months ago, and this was allegedly done at the behest of the Prime Minister's office, with Dr. Swamy actively participating in that process.
If you go to the court and talk to anybody who has been watching these proceedings, they will say that it's Mr. Sibal and Mr. Singhvi who insisted on bringing this present judge
Sunil Gaud.
Sunil Gaud.
That this is a Congress, you are saying that it was not as if the Congress at any stage objected to Sunil Gaud being made the judge in this case.
No, see what happened is that he had heard the matter for some months. Then there was every year in July there's a change in roster. So they brought a new judge who was by name Justice Teji, who's very fast. You see, he's very quick in these matters. And I don't know what happened to them. They had a quarrel with him right away on the very first day, saying you can't hear this case. Then there was a big furor, and then they went to the Chief Justice and got that earlier judge who had been hearing, namely Sunil Gaur, to come back again.
The reason why the Congress's charges in Parliament, in a sense, are about political vendetta is because of your own case history.
Yeah.
You are seen as someone who has been someone viscerally against the Gandhi family, but particularly Sonia Gandhi. You have for the last 30 years been running as I said, a single-minded campaign in some way to defame her.
No,
and it's a malicious campaign, they say.
Well, she's been in politics, I think, only for about 20 years.
Yeah, but since the 90s, 20 years, let's say for 20 years, Subramaniam Swamy has been running a malicious campaign against Sonia Gandhi and her family. Well, that's where the vendetta comes from.
Well, the facts prove that wrong. Because in 1999, at her request, I held a tea party and brought the BJP government down.
This was during the Jayalalitha affair, when Jayalalitha withdrew support.
Yes.
But the fact is that you have had an animus against against Sonia Gandhi in particular. Yes or no?
Well, there's not quite an animus. I know some things about her I didn't know before. And they make me feel that she's unfit to be a political leader in our country.
But you have been looking for some charge or the other to stick to the Gandhis, in particular
Well, I've
Sonia
been proved
Gandhi.
right in most of them. For instance, I said that she had faked her claim that she was educated in the University of Cambridge, which she gave in a written affidavit, which is, by the way, a criminal offence. And then she said it was a printing mistake. And then the court urged me, he said, be large-hearted, forget it. Every other case I have been only successful.
The fact is that, Dr. Swamy, it's your reputation in a sense which precedes you. You are seen today by your critics as a loose cannon. You don't know which way Dr. Swamy will fire. Even there are those within the BJP, those in the government, who are worried which way will Dr. Swamy fire. Is that true or not?
Well, if you have done something wrong, I'll fire at you.
Including from your own party, including from your government.
Anybody does corruption in any place, I'll fire.
Dr. Swamy, the other fact which the Congress party is raising today is that you have raised the National Herald case, but you have not proven or you have not shown where is the financial misappropriation of funds, any funds which have gone into the personal accounts of Rahul or Sonia Gandhi, even if they are shareholders of the Young India Company. So, Mr. Chidambaram, in a series of tweets, has said the assets and liabilities of associate journals remain with associate journals. They have not been transferred to this company where Sonia, or into the personal accounts in any case of Sonia or Rahul Gandhi.
Well, Mr. Chidambaram should have represented them in court and argued this, because none of their lawyers, there were 6 senior lawyers, very eminent people, none of them argued this point, because it's an irrelevant point. What is relevant is whether you grab the property or not. And that was prima facie proved.
No, the property you are claiming has been grabbed, and you are claiming that the property itself is worth 2,000 crores and 50 lakhs was paid and a 90 crore loan was written off by the Congress party, which was to be
not written off.
Effectively, the Congress party agreed to pay off the loan.
No, not correct.
They wrote it.
I'm sorry, you got the facts wrong.
You tell me then what you believe.
All right, please listen. There was a 90 crore debt owed to the Congress party. The Congress party assigned it to the Young Indian Company for a payment of 50 lakhs.
50 lakhs. Yes.
So the owner of that debt became Young Indian. And then Young Indian went and told AJL, that is the Associate Journals Limited, you can't pay this 90 crores to us, so you give us 9 crores of shares, fresh shares, for 10 rupees per share.
But what is being argued by Mr. Chidambaram and others is that at no stage has the actual funds that are acquired through the properties that are come under associate journals actually been passed on to the Gandhi family. It's been done in a transparent manner is what is claimed. The names of the shareholders are all there in the public domain. No actual funds have been transferred into their personal accounts.
Chidambaram may be your favorite lawyer, but he is, in my opinion, a substandard lawyer. He ought to have been engaged by Ms. Sonia Gandhi.
No, that's another matter. My question is, what is the...
It was never argued in the court. It is not a point. It's a question of whether you grabbed the property, whether you committed a breach of trust. These are the issues.
When you say it's a property grab,
yes,
the fact is then that you will have to show that the property has gone into the personal accounts of Sonia.
No, I don't.
Or they have benefited from it.
No,
when you say breach of trust,
no, you don't know the law.
What is the breach of trust there?
The breach of trust is that for instance, in the case of AJL, they were entrusted by the shareholders to develop the company. Instead of that, they sold it to a company which is not going to produce...
so the purposes for which AJL had been set up were not being fulfilled, and that you believe is the breach of trust that was committed?
It has prima facie been accepted by the court.
So when you say that...
I don't have to go to Chidambaram, he is nobody.
Okay. So therefore you are saying it's been prima facie accepted by the courts.
Yes.
The Gandhi family has been summoned by the courts. They will have to appear on the 19th.
Yes.
Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi told me that we are willing now to give a point-by-point rebuttal in the courts.
They did do that.
Do you accept, therefore, that there are 2 battles which are being fought? One is the judicial battle, which you will fight in the courts. The other is the political battle, which is being fought in and outside Parliament. That this is no longer a judicial battle, this is now a political battle.
They will lose the political battle. In fact, they have already lost it, because this is a corruption issue. And the country as a whole is thrilled with the fact that finally the people on the BJP are fighting corruption.
Are you saying that until now they were not convinced
Absolutely
whether the BJP was going to take on the Gandhi family?
That's right.
And this includes some of your own party men, you believe?
No, it includes only one, the finance minister, Mr. Jaitley.
You've had an animus against Mr. Jaitley as well.
Anything I criticize, you'll say animus. I can have an objective view. What has he done on black money? What has he done on prosecuting people who have violated the law in terms of money laundering, etc.?
What happens now, Dr. Singhvi, Dr. Swamy, what happens now in the days ahead?
Well, they'll have to appear, then they will have to ask for bail if they want to be free. If they want to go to jail, of course, it will be easily acceded to.
No, at the moment the matter it's still in the lower court. It could go to the Supreme Court. You filed a caveat in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
There was originally a plan that the Congress had to go to appeal to the Supreme Court to get a stay on the summons. They've decided now not to do that. They've decided instead to go on the 19th.
You know why?
You tell us.
Because the Supreme Court has held many times that when 2 courts uphold the prima facie case, the Supreme Court will not interfere.
So you therefore believe now this matter is squarely within the domain of the lower court,
Yes.
and they have every right to decide on what is to be done in terms of,
Yes.
of the alleged culpability, because the High Court has not yet ruled them culpable. The High Court has said now it is for you.
You don't know.
No, the High Court has not criminally held them. The High Court has not yet convicted them. No one has convicted.
Of course not.
Yeah, so therefore this matter is now going to go to the lower court.
I didn't go to the High Court. The High Court, they went, saying the summons was wrongly issued. Summons can only be issued when the prima facie case is proved. The magistrate had shown that there is a prima facie case, and the High Court upheld it.
Yes.
And they added, the High Court judge added a paragraph which is quite damaging for them, which is that there seems to be a criminal intent.
Yes. They do say that there seems to be a criminal intent, prima facie, is what they suggest.
That's right. And they can't do more than that.
Let me therefore ask you, you're smiling today.
Yeah, I know.
Is this, many will say that under that glint is the belief that you finally are getting your place in this battle that you waged on the issue of corruption within the BJP and outside. Why is Dr. Swamy at the moment having this smile on the face?
I had that smile in 2G also, when I won the case. And
you believe you will win this case?
I will 100% win the case, send them to jail.
That's your sole purpose now, to send the Gandhis to jail?
No, they deserve to go to jail. It's not my purpose. It's the law.
And you don't think that there will be those within the political